Welcome to the Trill MBA Show. I'm your host, Felicia Ann Rose Anuha, aka the Trillest MBA you will ever know. And I'm here to help you survive and thrive in corporate America by giving you the truth and being as real as only I can be. Happy Sunday, guys. I know it's been a minute. I've been a little silent. My bad. I should have told y'all, but it was one of those things where you just need a break right then and there. Like you just need to shut it all down and breathe, right? So I hope you guys can understand. This episode is definitely an update episode. I have not pre-produced and researched and all that stuff. I'm just going to come to you from the heart and let you know what's happening. I think you guys deserve that. You guys have been rocking with me. I have seen your emails. I just haven't had a chance to get to them, but a lot of you have checked on me and I love you for it. And I want you guys to know I am okay. I'm doing all right. I just needed a break. One of the things that I am learning in this season is that sometimes you have to disappoint people or, not do the expected thing in order to take care of yourself. And that's okay, because I would rather be here for the long term, put my oxygen mask on first and take care of me so that I can continue to do all these things where I help people and I do podcasts and I do career coaching and I show up and show out in all my giftings. But in order to do that, sometimes you have to stop and you have to breathe. And I'm definitely in a career season where it is stressful. To be honest, it's very, very stressful. And I can't go into too much detail right now, but just know that you are not alone. There's a lot of uncertainty that's happening. There's this inflation. I just read inflation is now 9.1%. That's, again, unprecedented is the times we are living in. Companies are acting a fool. They're starting to lay people off. We're seeing a lot of this movement in the tech sector. It's very concerning because tech has been so strong in the past decade or so plus. And this is the first time we're seeing like this fall off as far as like jobs and them realizing, oh, we hired too many people and now there's a recession and we got to hedge our bets. And so if you don't learn anything else from this time period as you're working to manage your career, the lesson is these motherfuckers don't care about you. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Okay, that's the lesson. They don't care. Most companies, vast majority, their goal is to deliver shareholder value. And what that means is deliver profits to the people who own the company. Most of the time, that's not us. That's not, we work for the company. And yeah, we may got a stock or two here or there, but they don't care about us, okay? Michael Jackson said it best. But what that means is we have to pay attention and we have to look for our best possible outcome in every situation. And one thing I want you to be rest assured, I don't want you to get caught up in the thinking that it's a recession. And so, I should just be grateful to have this job. And so, I'm just going to tough it out or what have you. Let me tell you something. The jobs are still out here. If you are skilled and you have a certain skill set, education level, you've done the things, there are plenty of companies that would be happy for you to come help them solve problems and make money through this impending recession. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, I have to stay at this job. I have to keep my job. And I also don't want you to be fearful of a layoff. Listen, we are all staring into the faces of many, many restructures and layoffs and all those things. All those things are going to happen. They happen. Hell, they restructure things just to make their balance sheets look good. They lay people off just to show some funny math. And it's just these weird games. And they don't care that your actual life is impacted. They could care less. See my note earlier about they don't give a fuck about you. Okay. So here's what I'm learning in my life. I have reached a senior leader level in corporate. And with that comes new responsibilities that I've never had. And for as much as I would like to think that I am very mature and I am a professional, but the fact remains the same. You know, I'm a little niggerish. Grew up, I was raised by a thug and, a drug dealer. My mom and my grandma. Yeah, so if you didn't, fun fact, my mom, kind of sold drugs. Before she had me, she was in her 20s. She did some wild things. It was the 60s and early 70s. They did wild things. So, and my grandma was a pothead and a thug for sure. She was very thug-like. She would shoot you if, she felt froggy and you felt like... She used to tell me all the time, you feel froggy, jump. That was her thing. She was always ready for somebody to jump. My grandma was the definition of fuck around and find out. And the apple just really doesn't fall far from the tree. So I may have degrees and I may have certain communication patterns that I can code switch into and out of, but the fact remains the goddamn same. I am from Victoria, Texas. Okay. That's who I am. And I was raised by two strong, independent, fierce, no shit taken, direct as hell women, alpha females. And yeah, probably why I'm still single. But that's neither here nor there. It's also the reason why I am a senior leader at a Fortune 500 global company. So a thing that I learned as I was trying to update my resume. So, there's a book that talks about this. I'll have to find it, but it's what got you here won't get you there. I think that's literally the title of the book. I don't have it. I keep hearing about it. It's one of those business books, right? Or leadership books. I probably should read it while I'm on vacation. But literally, I sent my resume to my friend who does resumes, and I send all of my clients to her because I trust her. But I have never paid to get my resume done. And so I just sent it to her and said, hey, look at it, give me some feedback. And, she was all like, you can do it. I'm not going to do your resume. You know this stuff. And so I sent her my resume. And she called me and she was like, this your resume? This what you doing? And I was like, excuse me? Houston, do we have a problem? She was like, girl, why is your resume still in this NBA format? I was like, she was like, you need an executive resume. I was like, what the fuck is an executive resume? Now, mind y'all, for BMAA, I did do a whole ass resume workshop. Listen, we all can learn and grow, guys. Each and every one of us. So, real talk, y'all, I wasn't living right in these resume streets. But I realized part of the reason why I had never even needed to challenge or push my resume is because most of the roles that I've gotten have been conversations through my network and my networking and the people I know. So, like, my resume didn't have to speak, I spoke. And, I tell my story straight directly to you. So I don't need this piece of paper. This piece of paper just like the check the box, right? But now as I look at my opportunities, options, because hey, it's a recession coming. And to me, a lot of people are like, oh, well, is that really the time to be thinking about leaving your company, moving? Hell yeah. Because this is the time of opportunity, boo. So if you ain't ready, you better get ready. And if you ready, proud of you for staying ready. But this is the time because people with skills, hard skills, people that can get things done, people who can solve problems, people who can tell stories effectively to move and drive business, people who can manage people, baby, it's your season.
Listen, it's your season to be blessed.
It's your time. This world is your oyster, girl. All this money out here for you because let me tell you something. What I know for sure is that as these companies lay people off, and they always do it haphazardly, and they always do it in these weird, instead of actually assessing the true organizational needs when it comes to talent, everybody's doing all this fake shit and all this networking, and people are literally leaning into likability, deciding who to keep in the organization. And through that process, most organizations lose institutional knowledge and actual hard skill sets because the asshole Tom you don't like, he knows how to run this software that you bought 15 years ago and you're too cheap to upgrade it. And these younger people you want to hire and bring in, they've never seen that shit. So guess who know how to work the new software, the old software, all the software? You, bitch. You know.
Who, me?
Because you know how to do all this shit. And you've been staying ready. So guess what you get to do? Not only do you get to throw your hat in the ring, you get to command more money. So when they thought they was getting rid of these senior people or, highly skilled labor that had been there for a long time, kind of cleaning out, having to pay more, give it 6 months, they end up having to pay more because shit's not getting done because nobody knows what the fuck is going on and nobody knows what they're doing. And then there's this talent gap and now they got to fill it. And if you stay ready, and you understand how to sell yourself and you understand how to create the narrative around the value you bring to any organization, you always got a paycheck coming. You always got a payday coming. Like, real talk, you got this. So remember who the fuck you are and go forth and be great. And thank you for listening to my personal pep talk to myself. No, but real talk, guys. Number one, I always appreciate y'all for tuning in, listening to the show. I'm glad that you find it informative and entertaining because ain't no fun if the facts don't have none. I want you guys to take vacation. I want you guys to luxuriate. I want you guys to celebrate yourselves. It's still 2022, right? The second part of 2020, the tail end. And COVID cases are rising and gun violence is just as bad as it's always been. And the cops are still on fuck shit. The politicians are still on fuck shit. Legit, there's people trying to start a whole fucking race war as if this is Nazi Germany. And at the end of the day, we still Black. And escaping to Mexico sounds promising, but there are some drawbacks. So, yeah. It's a lot. But I am working very hard to stay encouraged, and I want to ask you to do the same. I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer because this is just an update. I do have something very exciting. I'm so excited about this. Attorney Anitra is coming back. If you didn't listen to her episodes from last summer, I need you to go back and listen. I will put the link in the show notes for this episode. But not only is she coming back, but she's coming back with fire, nuggets, vision, and venom. She about to put this stank on the Trill and BA show with her legal therapy episodes. And I am so grateful and so excited. Like, you know, it's not often your lawyer becomes your friend, but I can truly say Attorney Anitra has been one of my very favorite confidants. And she is so just passionate. The word passionate doesn't do enough justice, but she's so passionate about helping us really fight these systems that were never set up for us to even engage in them. And so I am grateful for the work that she's done for me personally. I'm grateful for the advice and counsel. I'm grateful for her partnership. And I'm grateful that, you know, she really cares about us. And we need people on our side. There's so many people out there that be like, oh, that's just the game. Just chalk it up to the game. Like, you know, just quit. Just take your losses. And there's something bigger that we need to stop living in all these boxes, and we need to stop listening to the status quo, and we need to fight. We need to advocate for ourselves. And when she said last summer that the fight for equality really is going to be in the courts, she ain't never lied. And we're seeing it more and more, especially with overturning Roe v. Wade and just all the states acting a fool and all the things that are happening. And I mean, you can have your head in the sand, but you've got to hear the moans and groans through that sand about how just whack shit is right now. But even in all that, Attorney Anitra is a light in these dark spaces that are trying to abuse us. And she gives us tools and knowledge to help us let our light shine bright and protect our light so that we can continue to shine. And so I really am excited for the next few weeks of this takeover with Attorney Anitra and legal therapy. So I hope you guys tune in. Please let me know what you think. Send me emails at ask@trillandba.com. I owe you guys emails. I will be emailing you back from the beach because I am going to leave the country and go on proper vacation. And I'm so excited. So I'll be able to email you guys back while I am luxuriating and resting properly and unplugging from the W-2 job. So if you have any questions or concerns, I'm not taking any coaching clients right now, but I definitely am available via email. There will be a delay in response still, but I will start responding back to some of the emails I've already gotten and checking in on y'all. If you are a Patreon member, I am going to have some special things coming for y'all because y'all didn't get y'all June stuff. You ain't gonna get your July stuff. So I appreciate you guys rocking with me. You will get stuff, right? Like me and my team are working on, you know, what those exclusives are for you guys for supporting the show because we don't have advertising yet. And so that support from Patreon really goes to help keeping the show produced and the high quality and the sound, and basically paying Chris and, the social media. So we're going to be coming with some great extra tools and tips for you guys as you're working as a community to manage your career. So we'll have a call in August for sure, because I need to lay eyes on you guys and make sure you guys are doing good. But I really appreciate the support. And if you want to join this growing community of just amazing, talented people from all walks and industries, please join the Patreon. You help the show, but also we're helping each other. It's where we're going to build this community of like-minded career professionals that want to get paid and get promoted. That's what we do over here. That's what we keep it true. That's what this is all about. So with all that said, guys, no breaks. Just get this whole little snippet of audio all in one. I'm sure Chris, did his thing and made it sound great. I appreciate you for listening this long and appreciate you guys for supporting the show. And I'll be back in September with new episodes, and I will also be back with episodes that I'm interviewing people and getting other thought leaders in our career space coming to the show. I also, will be lurking on Twitter Spaces, and there's some awesome career coaches that I'm connected with, so I'll be joining them at different times when I'm available. So catch me on the web, Instagram, Twitter. I might do some TikToks while I'm on vacation. So everything is at Trill NBA Show. Yeah, I can't believe we're going to wrap up season 6 at the end of this year. It's crazy. It's wild. This is crazy. But yeah, thank you guys. I love you guys. And I will see you guys in September. But until then, I'm going to turn you over to Attorney Anitra next week. Yeah. So hit me up, ask@trillinba.com. And again, if you have any questions or concerns, just email me. And I'll see you guys right at the beginning of football season. Yeah. All right. Remember, y'all, keep it trill. The Trill NBA Show is a Fair World Corp. LLC production. Executive produced by Felicia and Rose Inuha. Sound design and editing by Chris Mann with Podshaper. Theme music is Kick Push by Ryan Little. Keep it trill every day, y'all.